In 3 years of employment here, there has never honestly been a day that I did not want to come to work. It means everything to me as an employee here at the Humane Society to give an animal a second chance. To develop that bond, that bond of I'm caring for you, I'm giving you what you need, I'm going to get you your forever home. All of us here share that same bond and that same passion. Anybody can use the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society's spay-neuter clinic. There's not a denial. You know, our prices are affordable. Most people can afford them. We will never turn anyone away. In the event that their animal is needing a specific medical attention that we can fix, we will sometimes offer a discount to that as long as they understand that if that animal is going to require sedation, that if it's not already altered, that's part of, yes, we can fix your animal's injury or ear or whatever it is, but we would only do that in the event that we can spay or neuter them.
Our shelter is a lot different than most humane societies or animal shelters. I've been here 17 years, and when I first started, we were just a very small city-county shelter. You know, it was very minimal. We sent animals home without being spay and neutered, vaccinated, tested. We didn't have a lot of support. I got involved and we slowly added things. We became a humane society, a 501c3. A few years later, we saw the need for spay-neuter, vaccinations, testing, things like that. And it was almost more important to do spay-neuters than it was anything else because you wanted to start decreasing the population. So our project about 3 years into it was to do a spay-neuter clinic, and we started that. And at first it wasn't open to the general public. We just did shelter animals. And then we were starting to get a lot of requests from low-income people in the community, and our goal is to help as many people as we possibly can, whether or not they get the animal from us or not. So about 3 years ago, we built our hoteling spay-neuter clinic.
Our vaccines are no appointment necessary. They can walk in typically on Tuesdays and Thursdays, get a vaccine. It's at a very minimum rate. There's not an office visit charge. And it just helps the community afford to have pets.
In 2015, we had about 9,800 animals come through our doors that were actually surrendered through here for adoption, that people could no longer keep or they found as strays. On top of that number, we also had about 6,000 animals come through our spay-neuter clinic. We're the highest intake shelter in the state of Kentucky. That's an open intake facility. And the great thing about that is we have the #1 adoption rate in the state of Kentucky for an open intake shelter. We never say no.
In a normal day for the public's animals, we will do 20 to 25 spay-neuter surgeries, that being dogs and cats and sometimes bunnies. But the administrative side of the clinic, they will do approximately anywhere from as few to 50 walk-in vaccinations to as many as 500 walk-in vaccinations. We set ourselves up for a small scale, but in the 3 years that we've been here, we've really grown. So we are nonstop from the time we open until the time we close.
The majority of our clinic cases, you know, people coming in are the basics, the vaccines, the booster shots, the rabies, deworming, flea and tick preventative, spay-neuter.
The most extreme cases that we see, it is like an animal emergency room here. Oftentimes, someone will call during hours or even after hours, and the animal could have been hit by a car or attacked by another animal, and they need immediate medical attention. Just today, as a matter of fact, there was a surgery that we did. It was a routine spay, but while the dog was being spayed, our veterinarian found bladder stones. So it's a dangerous thing to close that animal up, let her live with bladder stones. So we went ahead and we removed all of those bladder stones today, and that took right at an hour. We don't ever want to send an animal away to have to receive anesthesia again. The fewer times in a dog or cat's life that they can receive anesthesia, the better off they're going to be.
I was at home and Aaron went to the Humane Society without me, And then she came home and immediately was like, we need to go back. There was a dog and I fell in love instantly. Before we actually signed the papers, we had no idea that she had a broken hip.
We actually found out after they fixed her. They were in there, and that's how they found out that the bone was not okay.
So they told us after, and they said, well, we can, revoke the contract if you want, because I know that's a lot to deal with. But they handled it really well, and they paid for her surgery completely.
A lot of the times that type of thing, her bone was dying, and you're not just born with a dead bone. So they think she might have had a previous injury before she came in here and it didn't heal well. The Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society did so much to help her. They started a GoFundMe page and had to raise about $500 for her surgery, and we took her there, they took her to the vet, and they took care of everything.
We wanted to do anything we could to help raise the money to where we could have the surgery done and they could keep that pet in their home. Of course, there's no way that we can do all future medical on the pets we adopt out, but ones that leave here with something that was probably there when it was here, we just feel as though that's not the job of the adopter to take care of. And it boils down to the community support we have too, because if our donors wouldn't have stepped up and made those donations, we wouldn't have been able to help regardless of how much we wanted to.
Anytime a dog or cat goes home from the shelter with special needs, we will try to do everything that we can offer it as far as our veterinary services. If we can't fix that animal, we have a great relationship with several branches of vets in the city of Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ultimately, the animal gets to remain in a home, and the new adopter is not out anything for that medical condition. We think everything should have a fair chance, even if it's a senior with heartworms or needing hip replacement surgery. Even though everything is not always highly adoptable, we give everything a highly adoptable possibility.
We're in this for the animals, not just our animals. We're going to keep fighting the fight, and we've got a great staff, and they work tirelessly from the time they come in till the time they go home, and even at home, to figure out ways we can save more lives.